Coming up on the Sports Desk, the West Warriors and the North Saxons meet between the hash marks in what promises to be a shootout. A battle to be the hottest in Torrance. Plus, the South Spartans open up league play and rush right over to the Kim Blankenship Challenge. One Spartan gets something she's wanted for over a year. On the pitch, the Warriors pull off an upset nobody would have predicted, while on the football field, a South Bay recruiting rivalry turns into a conference heartbreaker. All that and more right now. Time for the Sports Desk. Hey everybody, I'm Wan Hernandez. Welcome to another week on the Sports Desk. It's turning out to be a solid fall so far. We've got plenty of action on the pitch, the hardwood, the field, you name it. We've seen something new every week, so why don't we just jump to business and get right into some highlights. Heading into 2012, if you told anybody the West Warriors would be a top team in the South Bay, they'd laugh at you for wasting your breath talking about something everybody knows. North Torrance, on the other hand, not so hot coming out of the 2011 season at 2-8. Then they went on a 3-game winning rampage, outscoring everybody they met 154-17. In 12 quarters of football, the Saxons and their big three became the hottest offense around. But don't forget, those Warriors have done a little bullying of their own this year, led by quarterback Joey Notch. So with the two meeting up to wrap up their non-league seasons, West undefeated, North on fire, you think we'd circle that one on our calendar? Jenny Phillips has the highlights.
The Warriors on the road at North tonight, the last non-league game for the crosstown rivals, and both teams are looking to head into league play on a strong note. Early in the second quarter, score tied at 7. North decides to go for it on 4th and 8. Quarterback Wan Hernandez with a perfect 24-yard pass to Mike Gerardo, and the Saxons have the lead, 14-7. West manages to tie the game at 14 apiece, but North answers as Hernandez and Gerardo hook up for another touchdown just before half. What a night for those two. Saxons miss the extra point and go into halftime up 20-14. Third quarter, the Warriors are fired up. Barry Thomas rushes for 2 yards into the end zone. West misses the extra point and we're tied up at 20. 4 minutes left in the game. Warriors are up 23-20. Thomas rushes for another touchdown, extending their lead by 10 and putting the Saxons away for good. Final score, 30-27 West. Thomas finishes up with 187 rush yards and 3 touchdowns. Hernandez passed for an impressive 346 yards and 4 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough for the Saxons. Both teams will head into league play next week.
Big numbers as expected from key players on each team. The Warriors still rolling. Dangerous as expected, entering Bay League play, and even with the close loss, North is looking more and more like the real deal every single week. So while they'd probably prefer the win, it's safe to say the Saxons are not going to be short on confidence at this point in the season. And over on the South Campus, the Spartans rolling up 256 yards on the ground and a road win over Peninsula. Number made even more impressive by the fact that they only ran the rock 36 times. None of the Mean Green rushers rack up a 100-yard night. Brandon Chavez leading the way, almost there with 99, and the Spartans spread it between 3 backs to put up a 7.1 yards per carry average against the Panthers. Last year, the Spartans lost to Penn on a 53-yard heartbreaking field goal. This time around, they just come out and don't let the Panthers get any last-second heroics with a 32-18 win. Another team that knows how to pound it out between the hash marks, the Bishop Montgomery Knights, get their second Del Rey League win. But this time it's quarterback Luis Soto chucking it up and spreading the ball around for 294 passing yards and 2 TDs. Soto also good for handing the ball off to the Knights' workhorse Robbie Hu, and Hu lays down 136 yards on just 16 carries. I swear, all these teams making the city of Torrance look like its own arena league. Just non-stop offense over here, isn't it, everybody? Knights with 550 yards of it, while holding Cantwell of Montebello to just 212. They move up to 5-1 on the season, looking strong. For the Torrance Tartars, they're unable to close out a fourth quarter lead and drop one at home against Inglewood 34-23. The Tartars led 17-14, creeping up on 10 minutes left in the game before Inglewood throws down 20 consecutive points. Jonathan Hurd leads Torrance with 84 yards on 14 rushes. Up next for Torrance, a road game against South. Okay, everybody, when we come back, somebody's moving up the Southern Section rankings on the hardwood, and the Kim Blankenship Memorial offers a Spartan a chance she has literally been begging for. Check it out after the break.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
They call them the golden years, and for many seniors, they are. But for too many others, retirement is like a prison.
Do you have any jacks?
The difference? This couple saved for their retirement, and this couple didn't. It's your choice. Choose to save. To learn how to get started, get your free Power to Choose brochure, because your retirement can truly be your golden years.
If you could see anything in the world, what would it be? I'd love to see Paris.
I like to see cupcakes falling from the sky.
My daughter, married and happy.
I want to see things the way I used to.
Chances are, someone you love may one day be affected by macular degeneration or glaucoma. Log on to seeabettertomorrow.org or call 1-800-437-2423 to learn about glaucoma and macular degeneration. Call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org.
I just want to see more of the things I love.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to the Sports Desk. Now, if there's one squad on the North Campus with more firepower than that football team's offense, it's the ladies on the volleyball team. With a balanced and deep squad, the Saxons were able to win their home tourney and blast off to a 12-1 start and a number 2 ranking in the CIF's Southern Section Division II AA poll this year. So, what do you do at that point for an encore? Well, take on a 2-time defending CIF champ and coincidentally ranked number 2 in Division II Single A. North tops Chadwick for the first time since 2008, handing the Dolphins just their 4th loss in 3 seasons. Saxons follow that up with the 3-game sweep over West at the Kim Blankenship Torrance Challenge. Now sitting at 14-1, North making some noise on the volleyball court this fall. And speaking of the Torrance Challenge, South middle blocker Erica Eastley learned a lesson at this year's event. Ask and you shall receive. Or, in her case, maybe beg and you shall receive. Eastley bugged Spartans coach Robert Kusch for over a year to schedule a match against the Chadwick Dolphins. The team is heavy with talent from her club team roster, and well, the senior finally got what she wanted, and Erin Giddens brings you the highlights.
Hi SportsDesk fans, I'm here at South High School where the Spartans are hosting their annual Blankenship Memorial Tournament. For the last match of the night, we have the South Spartans taking on the Chadwick Dolphins. Let's check out some of the action. The match between the two teams was a battle of 5 intense sets. In the first set, South had their biggest lead with the score 13-8. Erica Eastley for South has a huge kill that would put South up 22-19. The senior middle blocker set the momentum the entire match. With set point for South, Eastley delivers another kill to take the first set 25-20. Second set, Chadwick comes out fierce with a quick 5-0 run. This kill by Mackenzie Fitzpatrick puts the Spartans within 2. Chadwick never gave up the lead, and with set point, confusion by South gets Chadwick the second game. The third set was dominated by Chadwick. The Dolphins scored off of South's errors, taking an early 8-1 lead. Chadwick hits the ball out of bounds, putting South within 4. Big play by Easley brings the score 22-20 Chadwick. Set point for Chadwick, the return stays inbounds, giving the Dolphins a third set. Down 2-1, South comes out with a different energy in the 4th game. Corey Cooch with a smart play, recognizing the open spot, put South up 14-6. Just when it looked like the Spartans were taking this set, Chadwick's Kristen Parks delivers this kill to put the Dolphins within 4. Thanks to a powerful delivery by Tessa Fournier, South takes the 4th set 25-20. The 5th and final set was a battle that included 7 ties. With the score tied at 13, an out-of-bounds serve by Chadwick gives South set point. Next play on a South serve, Chadwick sends the ball out of bounds. The match goes to the South Spartans. Head coach Robert Cooch says the team knew this would be a close match, but his girls stepped up when they needed to.
Both teams were so even. It was back and forth. You know, even when we won game 1, we knew it was really close, and then we struggled in game 2 and struggled at the start of game 3. I think the biggest turnaround was us finding a way to play well at the end of game 3.
Easley, who had 20 kills for the night, said she had special motivation against Chadwick.
Chadwick team, their entire starting team is from my club team, so it was really exciting just to play them, and I played for like 6 or 7 months with them, so I really, really wanted to beat them, and it's just exciting to play with them, so I mean, I tried to bring out as much energy as I could.
The Spartans look very confident this season. Their record extends to 10-8. At South High School, I'm Erin Giddens for the Sports Desk.
So check that out. 2 Torrance teams topping one of SoCal's best back-to-back. Dolphins had lost just 3 games over the last 3 years. They come to Torrance, drop 2 in a row. Erica Easley with 20 kills against her Chadwick friends, and the other South captain, Tessa Fournier, drops 13 kills. The Spartans definitely had an up-and-down September, but are starting to look like the squad people are going to fear come playoff time. And over at Bishop Montgomery, the Knights win their league opener against Bishop Amat in 4 sets. Bria Green leading the way with 29 kills and 17 digs. Aisha King contributed 8 kills and 5 blocks for the Knights. The Knights have been battling injuries since early in the season, but they move on and jump to 7-4, and well, 7-2 against teams not named the North Saxons this year. So they have a pretty impressive season forming with Del Rey League action finally in full swing. So watch out for big things from Bria Green and the Knights down the stretch. All right, everybody, time for another break, but when we get back, this isn't the only football team on the El Camino campus. We check in with another Warriors squad on the field that probably had a better week than the guys in pads. Plus, the Warriors volleyball team still bringing their A game and tearing up the South Coast Conference. On a roll you're going to be impressed by, so stick around for that.
Winston, just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part, which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
License and registration, please. Know why I pulled you over? That's right, you were texting. Sit tight, I'll be right back.
Zombies. When you drive and use your phone, you pay over a third less attention to the road.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Hello again, Torrance. Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Time to talk a little Warriors athletics. El Camino has one very obvious rival in Harbor College, regardless of which sport they're gearing up for. With the two South Bay schools battling for local recruits, head football coach John Featherstone says the rivalry is really no different than a USC-UCLA battle. Featherstone's seen his squad enjoy the best of that matchup since 2010, but this year, things a little different. More than just bragging rights were on the line as the two teams matched up for the first time as conference opponents. Quarterback Jesse Scroggins endured his worst game of the season, completing just 9 of 26 passes and throwing 2 picks. Cody Thornton had a 30-yard field goal to open the second half for Elko, and the Warriors get blanked the rest of the way, dropping to 2-3 on the season after losing this one 17-6. Meanwhile, the El Camino volleyball squad slaying it in the South Coast Conference. Taryn Luafa-Lamana records 12 kills, and Nigeria Owens puts up 6 kills in a win over East LA. Signifies the Warriors' 29th consecutive conference win, a streak that extends all the way back to 2010. And another high note over at the Elko campus, the men's soccer team records a stunning win over number 2 in the state, Mount Sac, 1-0. Sean Nagano scored on a penalty kick in the 35th minute to help the Warriors record their first conference win of the season. Just so happens to come against a 3-time defending state champ. Okay, everybody, that's going to do it for all the scores and highlights this week. But before we go, we're definitely going to spread the word about a couple community events. Of course, as always, if there's anything you'd be excited to see on the Sports Desk, don't be a stranger. Let us know what you're thinking with a phone call or email the show at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. And some of you probably get so fired up watching highlight reels and seeing all the great athletes in Torrance make big plays here on the show that maybe you're ready to lace it up yourself. If that happens to be you, well, we've got a couple options for you. Over at the LA Galaxy Soccer Center, Fall League play starts the week of October 8th. They've got men's leagues, youth leagues, co-ed leagues. There's even a juniors youth program for kids as young as 18 months. There's something for just about every night of the week, no matter your schedule, no matter who you are. So be sure to check that out if you're down for some indoor soccer this fall. You can also cruise on down to the D. Hardison Sports Center right here in town. They are hosting open play volleyball from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, and open play basketball from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays. Just drop by and jump right in, or call 310-972-7760 to get yourself a $5 ID card and a $10 punch card. It's going to get you 10 hours of play. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and run into me out there trying to keep up with everybody. All right, thanks for checking us out, everybody. Be sure to keep coming back to us for more highlights, more sports action from all around town. See you next week.